Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have something very special and unique for you. So our family, as you know, have been going through some bumps and bruises in life. So my son said to me today, "Where are we going?" And I said, "We're going to get some smiles." Never would I have realized how accurate that would be. So we took a local bus tour with a friend of ours who runs some bus trips, and we headed out to a museum called the American Treasure Tour Museum. If you are nostalgic, if you like vintage, if you like antiques, if you like quirky, if you like different, if you like fun, and if you like smiles, you've got to check this place out in Pennsylvania. So you first enter into the room that's called the music room, and that's where you get your tickets and your admission. And the amount of information that is there, the amount of things to see, the record albums, the videotapes, the cassette tapes. There's a great gift shop there. The musical instruments, the vintage pianos. I can't even begin to tell you. They're actually in the back section. It's roped off right now. They're going to be doing a Raggedy Ann display there. I don't even know how many Raggedy Anns. Look at all of these radios that they have from every era. It is just amazing. I can't even begin to tell you the little villages, and it just goes on and on. You could walk in here for hours and not get bored. It's for any age. It was the most fun place to be. Our son, who is 18 and special needs, you can't get him excited about anything. And we came home today, he said, "Mom, I had such a great day." So to be able to go as a family or just as an individual and to get away for the day and get away from reality, just go to a fantasy land and have fun, bring back memories of your childhood, just enjoy nostalgia. This place is fantastic. For those of you who might be interested, you can check out their information at info@americantreasuretour.com. It is in a strip mall, and right around the corner from this museum, they also own another place called Arnold's, which we plan to go back to probably in late fall, and it is a vintage style arcade. Everything, bowling, games, all kinds of things. They told me it was from ages 3 to 100, and there's something for every age to do. So it'll be a great family fun afternoon for us, probably an entire day. I think we're going to go out and spend a few nights out here, going back to this museum. There was so much to see, and then probably hit Arnold's and some of the local thrift shops, etc. in the area. So what we did is we got there and we hopped on a tram. We first toured around what they call the music room, probably for about a half an hour, and hit the gift shop, and then we got on a tram, and it went super slow, and you could just sit back and relax. And for me to have my husband who's disabled and my son who's special needs to be able to sit on a tram and allow all of us to enjoy this entire museum was an absolute treat. So you can sit back and look through some of these things. They had circus things, Christmas, Easter, all kinds of things from just everything you grew up on, from Sesame Street to bumper cars to pirates to antique cars, fire trucks. Oh my goodness, I can't even begin to tell you. You just have to check all this out. They had guitars and Halloween decorations and Halloween masks and robots and vintage typewriters and motorcycles. They had a beautiful blue Corvette. They had all of these tractors. It just goes on and on and on. And one thing I can say is the staff there really impressed me. Every staff member I talked to got more excited than the next staff member, and they really enjoyed where they work. How cool is this? That they enjoy this place so much that it just rubs off on you. This place is owned by one gentleman who will remain anonymous. He doesn't want anyone to know his name. He wants you to just enjoy his collection. So one man has collected this over a lifetime, and he also continues the collection, and he's always adding to the museum. So as we travel around this museum, it was interesting to watch the faces of everyone. After it was over, our group got together for a picnic at a local park, and I was just asking everyone what their favorite things were. Mine, of course, had to be 100% hands down the Christmas area. But I also enjoyed the antique cars and just the things that I grew up on, like the Jetsons and the Flintstones, and just seeing some great memorabilia from that time. But we had, I think our youngest was 18 and our oldest was probably 80 plus. So that's a huge span of ages, and everyone found something they absolutely loved. And it was interesting just to hear what everybody picked out. Some liked the displays, some liked the circus areas, some liked the vintage pictures. The list went on and on. It was so cool. So here you were seeing a castle made from popsicle sticks. I want to say it was something like 360,000 popsicle sticks made by one man from Connecticut. Really cool. They have a lot of one-of-a-kind unique things. They have the world's largest Slinky and the world's largest Gumby. If you remember Gumby and Pokey when you were a friend, they have a gigantic shoe, a gigantic boot, and they have one bicycle. You might have seen that in the earlier pictures. It is a 7-seat bicycle. I think they said there's only 12 in the United States. The music playing throughout the entire museum was so cool, with some vintage organs, and I don't even know what some of the other instruments that you would call, but the old things that you would find at the circuses and carousel music and all of this. Christmas music was playing, big band music was playing. Unfortunately, because of copyrights, I could not let you hear some of this music, but if you go to the museum and you go on the tram, you will absolutely love all of the music playing in the background. They also have little speakers on each tram car that you're on. So as you're going through it, it's giving you a dialogue and letting you know, look to your left, look to your right. It explains everything in detail, and I honestly think we're going to have to go back at least 2 or 3 more times to really take it all in. It was so cool. So here we are in my absolute favorite section, which was the Christmas section. I'm just a kid at heart, 12 months a year over Christmas. I had a friend with us on the trip, and she collects bunny rabbits, so she was in her glory to have all these bunnies around her. Then you just saw some other unique things, and I'm telling you, I can't begin to tell you how much fun we had. And like I told my son when we left for the day, we were just looking for some smiles because we've had such a rough couple weeks. We had planned this bus trip, unbeknownst to us, all the things that we would be going through as a family, and we still decided to go in light of everything going on. We just felt we needed to take the day off from work and go, and I'm so glad we did. We came home with not only smiles but some giggles. It was just great. So enjoy the rest of these pictures, and then we'll pick up on our next part of the day. So I just wanted to point out here, we're traveling on the tram, and you can see how close we're actually getting to these displays. They ask you not to touch them, obviously, because the oils on your hands can, ruin an antique like this. They don't restore, they only preserve. So a lot of these things, the way they got them in is the way they are today. If they did need some repair work to get them to work properly, they did that. But I just thought it was really neat. As you're riding the tram, you are literally on top of these items, and you can just see how slow it goes, so that you can really just enjoy taking some photos and enjoying all the different displays of the marionettes. Here are some Halloween masks. I remember wearing a lot of these things as a kid. And the Three Stooges are here. They actually named their 3 trams off of these 3 guys. Here's some vintage tools, and now we're headed into the antique car section. So here you get to see the largest Gumby in the world, and that big red sign in the background that is Dr. Chaperone, I think it said, is from Times Square in New York. And I don't know the official name of some of those organs that you just saw, but they are playing in the background and like big band music, and oh, it was awesome. It was just absolutely awesome. You also have to look up in the museum. There's airplanes, and there's all kinds of hot air balloons and lighting and dolls, and the list goes on, like I said, of things just hanging. Old sleds and vintage buggies and flags and posters and more signs and so on and so forth. This is so cool. I remember as a kid going to the circus and seeing the clowns jump out of these little cars. I don't know if there's an official name for them, but they had 2 of those cars there, and that was kind of fun to see. So after we left the museum, we decided to pack a picnic lunch, and we went to the Valley Forge National Historical Park. So if you're in that area of the museum, there's quite a bit to see in the area. We just packed a picnic lunch, got a picnic table. Here's some of our friends that we were with, and just enjoyed. The weather was great. We sat in the shade, just sat for a while, and it was nice, a nice breeze. It was a little warm today, but not too bad in the shade. It was great. And then from there we hopped back on the bus, and we went to the Washington Memorial Chapel, and the stained glass windows there were absolutely amazing. So you'll get to see some of the pictures from that. And then after that, we went to the Visitor Center for the Valley Forge National Historical Park area, and you could pick up some brochures there and some little gifts at the gift shop, and it was just a great place to just enjoy. And I'd love to go back and do some more visiting there, see what some of the other scenes were like, and get some more photos there. So the rest of the video, I'm going to just let you sit back and enjoy, follow us on the bus trip, see where we went, and at the very end of the video, I just added a few extra pictures. I hope you enjoyed this. Just something fun, something different, going on a road trip with Lynn and the family. Graeme was having a good day. He actually felt better today, so it was so nice to have my husband alongside of me, feeling like he could just rest and relax throughout the day. Our son Gavin thoroughly enjoyed it. He had a friend go with him as well. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment below if you've ever been there or if you would like to do a trip. We definitely would like to go back in late fall and go see this again. Thanks so much for coming over, and just enjoy the rest of the bus trip.